What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Gemini Jets April/May 2021 releases. I don't know what month it's going to be yet, as we don't have any word from Gemini Jets yet as to when we'll get the new releases out. I'm recording this on the night of Monday, April 19th, so it is before Tuesday. As you know, Gemini Jets will typically announce the new releases on Tuesday or Thursday. We've seen a lot of Tuesdays, so hopefully that's the case again. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but Gemini is usually pretty inconsistent when it comes to like hyping up the new releases. They used to do a timer on their Instagram story, but they haven't done it lately. So we'll see if they do it this month, but I imagine they probably won't. So they probably forgot to do one last month, but... So, kind of a recap with the March 2021 releases. I'm seeing some people get the Delta CRJ 900 in, and all the other great models from the March releases. I still have not gotten mine in yet. I'm waiting for my retailer, which is Waffle Collectibles, to get them in as I record this. He said he was going to get them in probably a few days' time, so hopefully I'll have mine before the end of April. I don't know about my Delta CRJ 900. I've heard people... have their orders get canceled, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's kind of what happens when you produce a popular model. You're going to have orders canceled, but what can we expect for the next set of releases? It's hard to tell. After the stellar set we had last month, they could easily return to form with, wide bodies everywhere. They probably just wanted to release all these great models like the United CRJ 200, the Southwest 737-700, Gold Retro, the Frontier A321 and the Delta CRJ 900 off their chest, so that way they didn't have to worry about it again for another 10 years or so. More specifically the Delta CRJ, because that's been highly requested, and there's still plenty of regional jets that have yet to be made. The American Eagle CRJ 900, Delta 175, Embraer 175 with the enhanced winglets. I have the Embraer 170 with the smaller winglets. A re-release of the American Eagle CRJ 700, possibly a re-release of the Delta CRJ 200, although that's a little bit lower on the list, I think. But it would still be nice to have, even though I think Delta has plans to get rid of them here in a few years. But either way, we'll have to see what happens. I don't know if the releases will be announced tomorrow. I don't know if they'll be announced Thursday. I don't know if they'll be announced next week. I don't know if they'll just wait till May. You never know. I'll be keeping an eye on them, and hopefully I'm prepared. I'll try to be prepared this time around in case they actually do another U.S. regional jet. So we'll go ahead and cut over to the releases. All right, here we go, guys. We got the Gemini Jets April 2021 releases out. We're going to go ahead and check them out, see what we got going on. I have not checked anything regarding what pings I've gotten from Discord this time around, as with last month. So let's go ahead and start out with the 1-200 releases like we always do, and we'll see what they decided to drop. First up, we have the Southwest Classic 737-700. This is with the flaps down configuration. So the flaps down 737s are making a return, so I assume the next one will be a regular release, and that it is. So not very bad. Hopefully that does satisfy the 1-200 collectors. I know a couple that were really wanting the Southwest Classic to be released in 1-200, so that's a welcome addition. Next up, we have a P-8 Poseidon. Not sure who operates this. I see, looks like a duck or something. I think this might be the Royal Australian Air Force, I think. An RAAF P-8. Next up, we have a Delta A330-900. This registration November 401, Delta Zulu. They did this about, I would say, a year ago now in 1/400 scale, so nice to see that pop up. Next up, we have a China Airlines Cargo 747-400 Interactive Series. So our third consecutive month with a 1-200 Interactive Series release. So very nice. Next up, we have a British Airways City Flyer, I believe, Embraer 170. Registration is Golf-Lima Charlie Yankee Golf. So the Lima Charlie Yankee, I believe that is the airport code for London City Airport, where a lot of the BA City Flyer aircraft are based out of, to my knowledge. Next up, we have, very nice, a American 737-800 TWA Heritage with the flaps down configuration. They did this a long time ago when 1400. I have the model. It's pretty nice. So nice to see that 1200 gets a taste of it. Next one is definitely a regular release. We got one more after that. Let's go ahead and check that one out. Is an Aerologic 777, but oh wow. Looks like this one's also an interactive series as well. Looks like you can open up the L1 door and the rear cargo door. So that's really interesting. That's all the 1200 releases, a pretty decent set. Let's go and check out the 1400. We'll have to see what they decided to drop this time around. Let's check out the first release. We have a US Air 737-300. So they announced this in 1200 a little while back. This will be very nice for those that collect a little bit of retro stuff. I hear a jet taking off. Ooh, a Royal Jordanian 787. I believe this is a -8. We haven't seen any Royal Jordanian aircraft from them in a long time, and I did see a 787A when I was in Chicago a couple years ago. So, I don't know. If I were to do Chicago, I would definitely put that up for consideration. Next up, we have an Australia Post A321 Freighter. NG just released this, I believe, for their April releases, so Gemini is trying to compete once again with NG models. Next up, we have a Napon Cargo 747-8, and it is an interactive series. I've seen a couple of these flying over when I was out and about a little while back when I was on vacation, quite a few years ago now. Do really like the Napon Cargo aircraft. Haven't seen one up close yet, I don't think. Actually, I think I did see one in Chicago. Ooh, New York Air MD-80. I've heard a couple things about New York Air. Apparently, was one of those old airlines. I think it got absorbed by, I want to say, Continental, when they had like their Newark base and everything. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this is a New York Air MD-80, November 805, November Yankee. I got a little apple there on the tail with little hearts, so kind of represent the Big Apple nickname that New York has and the love that I'm sure the airline used to show to their customers. Next, oh wow, Fedex Md Freighter. I think the last time they did one was, I think, in back 2019. I think there's been some demand for a re-release, so that's really nice to see. Gemini really dropping some good stuff for us. Next up, we have, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, this is the one time I will tolerate an Emirates release, mind you. This is an A380 normal livery. For heaven's sake, we finally got one. Now, I'll probably skip on this anyway, but maybe later down the road I'll try to pick it up. But otherwise, this is a really, really welcome sight from Gemini Jets. They are actually releasing some half-decent stuff. So this is now the, I believe, second consecutive month in which they've released something good. Eastern 757 Retro, wow. And yet again, keeping the train rolling. This is, I believe, one of their final liveries, I think. It's not the Euro white belly, the Euro white plane they used to have. It's more of like a silverish color. I think that's what they had on like the actual aircraft itself. But dang, Gemini taking in some real good suggestions. China Airlines Cargo 777. We got a flaps down configuration for this one. So I assume we will have a normal release to complement that. So let's go ahead and head over to the next release, and it definitely is. So continuing that trend. Last one. Yes! Yes! American Eagle CRJ 900! Finally, it's a November, so I would believe that would be PSA, but you know what? I don't care. It's an American Eagle CRJ 900! Yes! Good job, Gemini Jets. Good job. Good job. And that's all the releases we've got. Just want to do one last check to make sure I didn't skip anything, and it looks like I did not. So really good set this month. I'm really liking this. So not as you know, stellar as March was, but definitely some really good releases out of this one. Really, really good. So let's start off with the 1200. Love the flaps down, so they are still making their regular appearances with the 1200 collectors. So we got two flaps down this month, one American TWA Retro. That's a really nice addition. And then there's also the Southwest Classic Retro livery. So that was released in 1400 this past month, and now 1200 gets their taste of it. The 1400, pretty good. I like some of the retros. The US Air, The New York Air and the Eastern 757, those are really nice retros that they decided to do this month. So that's really awesome. So if I had a little bit of extra money, I would probably pick up those maybe. But usually retros are not within my collecting criteria. I'm mostly focusing on like building airports. So maybe later down the road, if they're still hanging around a few shops, I may try to pick one up. The flaps down 777s, that's really nice. I think JC Wings has had the flaps down 777. Not sure if Gemini has done one yet. To my knowledge, this is the first time they've actually done one. And our Lord and Savior, the American Eagle CRJ 900, has finally been done in 1/400 scale. We were blessed with the Delta Connection CRJ 900 last month. We are now blessed with our very own American Eagle CRJ 900. We'll see if we end up in a similar situation as with the Delta, because I've been hearing, a lot of people's orders getting canceled and all that stuff with the Delta. It is Wednesday now, so I did forget to mention they announced the releases on a Wednesday, so I guess they wanted to be a little different this time around, but that doesn't really bother me too much. Other than that, this is a really nice set of releases. So, as I said, not as stellar as March, but definitely a little bit of sun for everybody once again. Looks like pretty much majority of them are all November registered. The Emirates A380 is a very welcome addition. I am very happy that they did an Emirates A380 regular livery, not a special, for crying out loud. I'm very happy that they did that. Other than that, I don't really have much else to comment on any of these releases. So, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully it's the unboxing for Gemini March or something else.